sayest, charge my brother on his blessing to breed me well, and there begins my sadness. My brother Jacques he keeps at school, and report speaks goldenly of his profit. For my part, he keeps me rustically at home, lets me feed with his hinds, and bars me the place of a brother. This is it, Adam, that grieves me, and the spirit of my father, which I think is within me, begins to mutiny against this servitude. I will no longer endure it, though yet I know no wise remedy how to avoid it.
Yonder comes my master, your brother.
Go apart, Adam, and you shall hear how he will shake me up.
Now, sir, what make you here?
Nothing. I am not taught to make anything.
What mar you then, sir?
Marry, sir, I am helping you to mar that which God made, a poor unworthy brother of yours, with idleness.
Marry, sir, be better employed if ye not a while.
Shall I keep your hogs and eat husks with them?
What, boy?
Come, elder brother, you are too young in this.
Wilt thou lay hands on me, villain?
I am no villain. I am the youngest son of Sir Roland de Bois. He was my father, and he is thrice a villain that such a father begot villains.
Sweet master, be patient, for your father's remembrance be at the court.
Let me go, I said. I will not till I please. You shall hear me. My father charged you in his will to give me a good education. Therefore, allow me such exercises as may become a gentleman, or give me the poor a lottery he left by testament. With that I will go by my fortunes.
And what wilt thou do, Dag, when that is spent? You shall have some part of your will. I pray you, leave me.
I will no further offend you than becomes me for my good.
Get him with you, old dog.
Is old dog my reward? Most true, I have lost my teeth in your service. God be with my old master. He would have never spoke such a word.
Is it even so? I will physic arrange us, and give no 1,000 crowns neither. Hola, Dennis. Was not Charles, the Duke's wrestler, here to speak with me?
Yes, sir. He's here at the door right now and asks to see you.
Call him in. 'Twill be a good way, and tomorrow the wrestling is. Good morrow to your worship. Good Monsieur Charles, what is the new news in the new court? There's no news at the court, but the old news that the old Duke was banished by his younger brother, the new Duke, and 3 or 4 loving lords that put themselves into voluntary exile with him. Can you tell if Rosalind, the Duke's daughter, is banished with them? Oh no, for the Duke's daughter, her cousin, so loves her, would have followed her exile or died to stay behind her. She's at the court. Where will the old Duke live? They say he's in the forest of Arden, and many merry men with him. There they live like the old Robin Hood of England. So, you wrestle tomorrow before the new Duke? Very do I, sir. I come to acquaint you with a matter. I'm given, sir, secretly to understand that your younger brother Orlando hath a disposition to come against me and try and fall. Your brother is young and tender, and for your love I would be loath to foil him. I tell thee, Charles, I as lief thou dost break his neck as his finger. I'm heartily glad I came hither to you. He can come tomorrow and receive his pain. Very well, dear Charles. Now, I will stir this game, sir. I hope I shall see the end of him. For my soul, yet I know not why. He is nothing more than he. Yet he's gentle, never schooled, yet learned, full of noble device, and all sorts of enchantingly beloved. And it shall not be so long. This wrestler shall clear all.
I pray thee, Rosalind, sweet my cousin, be merry. Dear Celia, unless you can teach me to forget a banished father, you must not learn me how to remember any extraordinary pleasure. Herein I see thou lovest me not with the full weight that I love thee. If my uncle, thy banished father, had banished thy uncle, the Duke my father, so thou hast been still with me, I could have taught my love to take thy father for mine.
Well, I will forget the condition of my estate, to rejoice in yours.
You know my father hath no child but I, nor none is like to have. And truly, when he dies, thou shalt be his heir. For what he hath taken from thy father perforce, I will render thee again in the bounty. Therefore, my sweet Rose, my dear Rose, be merry.
From henceforth I will, coz, and devise sports. Let me see. What do you think of falling in love? How now, wit? Whither wander you?
Mistress, you must come away to your father.
Were you made the messenger?
No, by mine honor, but I was bid to come for you.
Where learned you that oath, fool?
Of a certain knight that swore by his honor they were good pancakes, and swore by his honor the mustard was not. Now I'll stand to it. The pancakes were not, and the mustard was good. And yet was not that knight forsworn?
How prove you that in the great heap of your knowledge?
Aye, marry. Now unmuzzle your wisdom.
Stand you both forth now, stroke your chins, and swear by your beards that I am knave.
By our beers if we had them, thou art.
By my knavery if I had it, and I were. But if you swear by that that is not, you were not forsworn. No more was this knight swearing by his honor, for he never had it. Or if he had sworn it away before ever he saw those pancakes or that mustard.
Prithee, who is that thou meanest?
One that old Frederick, your father loves.
My father's love is enough to honor him. Enough, speak no more of him. He'll be whipped for taxation one of these days.
The more pity, that fools may not speak wisely, what wise men do foolishly.
By my troth, thou sayest true. For what little wit that fools have was silenced, the little foolery that wise men have makes a great show. Look, here comes Monsieur Lebeau. Bonjour, Monsieur Lebeau. What's the news?
Fair princess, you have lost with good sport.
But what is the sport, monsieur, that the ladies have lost?
I will tell you the beginning, and if you please your ladyships, you may see the end. For the best is yet to do, and here, where you are, they are coming to perform it. There comes an old man and his sons, three proper young men, full of excellent growth and presence. The eldest of the three wrestled with Charles, the Duke's wrestler. Charles then in a moment threw him and broke three of his ribs. Then little hope of light in him, so he served the second, and so the third. Yonder they lie, poor old man and their father, making such pitiful dole over them, that all beholders take his part with joy. Alas!
Thus men may grow wiser every day. It is first time that ever I heard breaking of ribs was sport for ladies.
For I promise thee.
But is there any else longs to see this broken music in his sides? Is there yet another dotes upon rib breaking? Shall we see this wrestling, cousin? You must if you stay here, for here is the place appointed for the wrestling, and they are ready to perform it.
Yonder shore they are coming. Let us now stay and see it.
Come on. Since the youth will not be entreated, his own peril on his fortress.
Is yonder the man?
Even he, madam. Alas, he is too young, yet he looks successfully.
How now, daughter and cousin? Are you kept here to see the wrestling?
Aye, my liege. So please, you give us leave.
You will take little delight in it, I can tell you. There is such odds in the man. In pity of the childish youth, I would fain dissuade him, but he will not be entreated. Speak to him, ladies. See if you can move him.
Call him hither, good Monsieur Lebeau.
Monsieur the Challenger, the princess calls for you. I attend them with all respect and duty.
Young man, have you challenged Charles the wrestler?
No, fair princess. He is the general challenger. I come but in as others do to try with him the strength of my youth.
Young gentlemen, your spirits are too bold for your years. We pray you, for your own sake, to embrace your own safety and give over this attempt.
Do, young sir. Your reputation shall not therefore be misprized. We will make it our suit to the Duke, that the wrestling might not go forward.
I beseech you, punish me not with your hard thoughts, but let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me to my trial. I shall do my friends no wrong, for I have none to lament me. The world no injury, for in it I have nothing. Only in the world I fill up a place which may be better supplied when I have made it empty.
The little strength that I have, I would it were with you.
And mine to eke out hers.
Fare you well. Pray heaven I be deceived in you.
Your heart's desires be with you.
Where is this young gallant?
Ready, sir.
You shall try but one fall.
No, I warrant your grace. You shall not entreat him to a second that so mightily persuaded him from a first.
And you mean to mock me after. You should not have mocked me before, but come your ways.
Now Hercules be thy speed, young man.
I would I were invisible to catch a strong fellow by the leg.
Charles, come!
Let's go! Let's go! Got this, Orlando.
Good, Charles.
Come on, Orlando.
Go, Charles!
Orlando. Orlando.
Oh! Get him, Charles!
No more.
Yes, I beseech your grace. I'm not yet well breathed.
How dost thou, Charles?
He cannot speak, my lord.
Bear him away. What is thy name, young man?
Orlando, my liege. I am the youngest son of Sir Roland de Bois.
How would thou hadst been son to some man else? The road esteemed thy father honorable, but I did find him still mine enemy. Thou shouldst have better pleased me with this deed, hadst thou descended from another house. But fare thee well, thou art a gallant youth. How would thou hadst told me of another father?
I am more proud to be Sir Roland's son, his youngest son, and would not change that calling to be adopted heir to Frederick.
My father loved Sir Roland as his soul, and all the world was of my father's mind. Had I before known this young man, his son, I should have given him tears and to entreaties, ere he should thus have ventured.
Gentle cousin, let us now go thank and encourage him.
My father's rough and envious disposition sticks me at heart.
Gentlemen, wear this for me, when Anna suits with fortune. That could give more, but our hand last ends. Shall we go, cuz?
Aye, very well for a gentleman.
Can I not say I thank you?
He calls us back, my prideful of my fortunes. I'll ask him what he would. Did you call, sir? Sir, you have wrestled well, and overthrown more than your enemies.
Will you go, cuz?
Have with you, fare you well. What passion hangs these weights upon my tongue? I cannot speak to her, yet she urged conference. O poor Orlando, thou art overthrown.
Good sir, we do in fact counsel you to leave the place, albeit you deserve apprehension, true applause, and love. Yet such is now the Duke's condition that he misconstrues all that you have done.
The Duke is humorous. What he is indeed, more suits you to conceive than I to speak of.
I thank you, sirs, and pray you tell me this. Which of the two was daughter to the Duke that here was at the wrestling?
Neither his daughter, if you judge by manners, but yet indeed. The lesser is his daughter, the other is married to the banished Duke, and you're detained by her usurping uncle to keep his daughter company, who loves are dearer than the natural bond of sisters.
But I can tell you that of late this Duke hath ta'en displeasure against his gentle niece, grounded upon no other argument, but that the people praise her for her virtues and pity her for her good father's sake. And on my life, his mouth against the lady will suddenly break forth.
Sir, fare you well. Hereafter in a better role than this, I shall desire more love and knowledge of you.
I rest much bound into you. Fare you well. Fine. Thus must I, from the smoke unto the smother, from a tyrant duke unto a tyrant brother, but heavenly Rosalind.
My Rosalind, Duke have mercy. Not a word?
Not one to throw at a dog.
No, thy words are too precious to be cast away upon curs. Throw some of them at me. Come, lay me with reasons.
There were two cousins laid up. One would should be laid with the reasons, and the other mad, without any.
But is all of this for your father?
No, some of it is for my child's father.
Come, wrestle with thy affections. Is it possible on such a sudden you should fall into so strong a liking with your role as youngest son?
The Duke, my father, loved his father dearly.
Doth it therefore ensue that you should love his son dearly? By that kind of chase I should hate him. For my father hated his father dearly, yet I hate not Orlando.
No, Faith, hate him not for my sake.
Why should I not? Doth he not deserve well?
Let me love him for that, and do you love him? Because I do. Look, here comes the Duke.
With his eyes full of anger.
Mistress, dispatch you at your safest haste, and get you from our court.
Me, uncle?
You, cousin, within these 10 days, thou best be found so near our pillow court as 20 miles, thou diest word.
I do beseech your grace. Let the knowledge of my faults bear with me.
Let it suffice thee that I trust thee not.
Yet your mistrust cannot make me a traitor.
Thou art thy father's daughter. Here's enough.
So was I when your highness took his dukedom. So was I when your highness banished him. Treason is not inherited, my lord.
Dear sovereign, hear me speak. I did not then entreat to have her stay. It was by your pleasure and your own remorse. I was too young then to value her, but now I know her. If she be a traitor, why so am I.
Then open not thy lips. Firm and irrevocable is my view, which I have passed upon her. She is banished.
Pronounce that sentence then on me, my liege. I cannot live out of her company.
You are a fool. You, niece. Provide yourself. If ye outstay the time, upon mine honor and in the greatness of my word, you die.
Oh, my poor Rosalind, whither wilt thou go? Wilt thou change fathers? I will give thee mine. I pray thee, be not more grieved than I.
I have more cause.
Thou hast not. Knowest thou not that the Duke hath banished me, his daughter?
That he hath not.
No, hath not. Rosalind then lacks the knowledge that teacheth thee that thou and I are one. Shall we be sundered? Shall we part, sweet girl? No, let my father seek another heir. Therefore devise with me how we may fly. Say what thou canst, I will go along with thee.
Why? Whither shall we go?
To seek my uncle in the forest of Arden.
Alas, what danger will it be to us, maids as we are, to travel so far?
I will put myself in poor and mean attire, as like do you. And shall we
Were it not better, because I am more than common tall, that I did suit me, all points like a man?
What will I call thee when thou art a man?
I'll have no worse a name than Jove's own page. Therefore, look you, call me Ganymede. And what will you be called?
Something that hath a reference to my state. No longer Celia, but Aliena.
But cousin, what if we essayed to steal the clownish fool from your father's court? Would he not be a comfort to our travel?
He would go o'er the wide world with me. Leave me alone to woo him. Let's away get our jewels and wealth together. Then devise the safest time and quickest way to hide from the pursuit that will be made after my flight. Now go in content, to liberty and not to banishment.
Now, my comrades and brothers in exile, hath not old custom made this life more sweet than that of painted pomp? Are not these woods more free from peril than the envious court? I would not change it.
Happy is your grace that can translate the stubbornness of fortune into so quiet and so sweet a style.
Come, shall we go and kill us venison?
Yeah!
And yet it irks me. The poor dappled fools, should in their own confines with forked heads, have their round haunches.
Indeed, my lord, the melancholy Jaques grieves at that. Today is still behind him as he lay along under an oak. His anti-group peeps out upon the brook that falls along this wood, to the which place of course sequestered stag, from the hunter's able to be in a piteous chase, and thus the hairy fool, much like to the melancholy Jaques, sit on the extremest bridge of the swift brook, augmenting it with tears.
But what said Jaques? Did he not moralize me?
Oh yes, it does have this that most of the three pierces to the body of the country. The court, yeah, on the side. Sorry that you are yes, Tyler, and what so? Right there, you want to do the nothing, and make it
And did you leave him in his contemplation?
We did, my lord, weeping and commenting upon a serving year.
Show me the place. I love to cope him in these sullen fits, for then he's full of merit.
I'll bring you to the state.
Can it be possible that no man saw them? It cannot be. Some villains of my court are consent and sufferance in this.
I cannot hear of any of them did see her. The ladies her attendants saw her in bed in the morning early. They found the bed untreasured of their mistress. And the Roynish clown, at whom so oft the grace is wont to laugh, is also missing.
Hesperia, the princess's gentlewoman, confesses that she secretly o'erheard your daughter and her cousin much command. The parts and graces of the wrestler who did but lately foil the sinewy Charles. And wherever they have gone, their youth is surely in their company.
Send to his brother. Fetch that gounder. If he be absent, bring his brother to me. I'll make him fight. Do this suddenly, and let not search and inquisition quail. To bring again these foolish runaways.
Who's there?
What, my young master? Oh, my gentle master, know you not, master. To some men, their graces serve them but as enemies. No more do yours, gentle master. Oh, your virtues are holy and sanctified traitors to you. Oh, what a world this is, when what is commonly envenoms him that bears it.
Why? What's the matter?
Oh, unhappy youth, come not within these doors, within this roof. The enemy of all your graces lives. Your brother? No. No, brother, this night means to burn down the lodging in which you lie, and you within it. And if he fail with that, he will have other means to cut you off. I overheard him and his practices. This is no place. This house is but a butchery. Abhor it, fear it, do not enter it.
Why, whither, Adam, wouldst thou have me go?
No matter whither, so you come not here.
What? Should I go beg my food?
Do not so. I have 500 crowns, the 50 higher I saved under your father. All this I give you. Let me be your servant. Though I look old, yet I am strong and lusty. I will help you in all your business and necessities.
Oh, good old man, we'll go along together. And ere we have that youthful wages spent, we'll light upon some low and settled content.
Go on, master, and I will follow thee to the last gasp with truth and loyalty. Yet fortune cannot recompense me better than to die well and not my master's debtor.
Oh, Jupiter, how weary are my spirits.
I care not for my spirit.
I pray you, bear with me. I cannot go no further.
For my part, I'd rather bear
So this is the forest of Arden.
Aye, now am I in Arden, the more fool I. When I was at home, I was in a better place. But travelers must be content.
Aye, be so good, Touchstone. Look you, who comes here? An old man.
I pray you, why do you question me, young man? If for gold he will give us any food, I faint almost to death.
Holly, you clown.
Peace, fool. He's not thy kinsman. Who calls?
Your better, sir.
Else are they very wretched.
Peace, I say. Good even to you, friend.
And to you, kind sir, and to you all.
I pray thee, shepherd, if thou lover gold, can in this desert place buy us entertainment. Bring us where we may rest ourselves and feed. Here is a young man with travel, much oppressed, and faints for supper.
Sir, I pity her. Sir, I pity her, and wish for her sake more than mine own. My fortunes were more able to relieve her. But I am shepherd to another man, whose coats, flocks, and feed are now for sale.
I pray thee, if it stand with honesty, buy thou the cottage, pasture, and flock, and thou shalt have to pay for it with us.
And will lend my wages. I like this place, and would willingly waste my time. Assuredly, the thing is to be sold. Go with me. If you look upon the court, the soil, the profit, and this kind of life, I will your faithful feeder be, and buy with your gold, right steadily.
Oh, master, I can go no further. Oh, I die for food. Here lie I down and lay out my grave. Farewell, kind master.
Why, how now, Adam? No greater heart in thee? If this uncouth forest yield anything savage, I will either be food for it, or bring it for food to thee. Thou shalt not die for lack of a dinner, if there live anything in this desert. Cheerly, good Adam.
I think he be transformed to a beast, for I can nowhere find him like a man.
Even now, Valentine's here was to Mary, hearing of a song.
If he grow musical, we will shortly have discord in his fears. Go seek him. Tell him I would speak with him.
He says my labor by his own approach.
How now, monsieur? What a life is this? Think your friends wish we were company. What? You look merrily.
A fool, a fool. I met a fool. In the forest, a motley fool. Oh, miserable world. As I do live by food, I met a fool, who laid him down and basked in the sun, and railed on Lady Fortune in good terms.
What fool is this?
O worthy fool, one that hath been a courtier. Oh, that I were a fool. I am ambitious for a motley coat.
Thou shalt have one.
Invest me in my motley, and give me leave to speak my mind, and I will, through and through, cleanse the foul body of the infected world, if they will patiently receive my medicine.
Fie on thee. I can tell what thou wouldst do.
What for a counter would I do what good? But who comes here?
Forbear, and eat no more,
Why, I eat none yet.
nor shalt not, till necessity be served.
Art thou thus bolden man by thy distress, or else a rude despiser of good manners, that in civility thou seemst so empty?
You touched my vein at first. The thorny point of your distress hath ta'en from me the show of smooth civility. Forbear, I say, He dies and touches any of this group. I and my affairs are answered.
You will not be answered with reason. I must die.
What would you have? Your gentleness shall force more than your force possesses gentleness.
I almost die for food, and let me have it.
Sit down and feed, and welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently? Pardon me, I pray you. I thought all things had been savage here, and therefore put I on the countenance of stern commandment. But whate'er you are, let gentleness my strong enforcement be, in which hope I blush and hide my sword.
This is true that we have seen better days. Therefore, sit you down in gentleness.
Then but prepare your food a little while. While like a doe, I go to find my fawn and give it food. There is an old poor man who after me hath many a weary step, limped in pure love, till he be first sufficed, oppressed by two weak evils, age and hunger. I will not touch a bit.
Go find him out, and we will nothing waste in your return.
I thank you, and be blessed for your good comfort.
Thou seest, we are not all alone and happy. This wide and universal theater presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant. Mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel and shining morning face, unwillingly to school. And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a vocal ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. And then a soldier, full of strange oaths, and beard like the pard, jealous in honor and sudden and quickening quarrel, seeking the velvet reputation even in a cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in fair round belly, with good cape and lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so plays his part. 6 age shifts, into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide, for his shrunk shank, and big manly voice, turning again toward childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound.
You whippersnapper.
Last scene of all, that ends his strange dreadful history. Second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Welcome. Set down your venerable birthday and let him feed.
I thank you most for him.
So had you need. I scarce can speak to thank you for myself.
Welcome, fall 2. I will not trouble you, and get to question you about your fortune. Give us the music and good cousin, sing. If that you were the good Sir Roland's son, be truly welcome hither. I am the Duke that so well loved your father. Good old man, thou art right as welcome as thy master is. Support him by the arm, give me your hand, and let me all your fortune understand.
Not seen him since. Sir, this not be. Find out their brother, first or you. Seek him when you can. Bring him dead or living within this homeland. Or turn down no more to seek the living within our territory.
Oh, that, your highness and my heartness. I never loved my brother in my life.
More villain thou. Well, push him out of doors. Don't let my officers of such a nature make him step upon his house and lands. Do this expediently and turn him going.
bear my verse in witness of my love. O Rosalind, these trees shall be my books, and in their bark my thoughtful character, that every eye which in this forest looks shall see thy virtue witnessed everywhere. Run, run, Orlando, carve on every tree the fair, the chaste, and unexpressive she.
And how was you the shepherd's wife, Master Touchstone?
Truly, shepherd, in respect of itself, it is a good life. But in respect of it, that it is the shepherd's life, it is not. In respect that it is solitary, I like it very well. But in respect that it is a private life, it is a vile life. Hast any philosophy in thee, shepherd?
Sir, I am a true laborer. I earn that I eat, get that I wear. Oh, no man hate, envy no man's happiness. Happy for other man's good, content with my harm. And the greatest of my pride is to see my ooze graze in my land stuff. Here comes young Master Ganymede. My name is Tressa's brother.
From the east to western end, no jewel is like Rosalind. Her worth being mounted on the wind. Through all the world, there's Rosalind. All the pictures fairest lined are but black to Rosaline. Let no fair be kept in mind, but the fair of Rosalind.
I'll bind you so 8 years together, dinners and suppers and sleeping hours accepted. For a taste, if our heart do lack a hind, let him seek out Rosaline. If a cat will after kind, so be sure will Rosaline. Winter garments must be lined, so much slender Rosaline. This is a very false scallop of verses. Why do you infect yourself with them?
Peace, you dull fool. I found them on a tree.
Truly the tree yields bad fruits.
Peace, here comes my sister. Read it. Stand aside.
Thus Rosalind of many parts by heavenly synod was devised, of many faces, eyes, and hearts, to have the touches dearest prized. Heaven would that she these gifts should have, and I to live and die her slave.
O most gentle pulpiter, what tedious homily of love have you wearied your parishioners withal, and never cried, have patience, good people.
How now? Back, friends, shepherd, go off a little. Go with him, sirrah.
Come, shepherd, let's make an honorable scene.
Didst thou hear these verses?
Oh yes, I heard them all, and more too, for some of them had in them more feet than the verses would bear.
No matter, for the feet might bear verses.
Aye, but the feet were lame, and could not bear themselves without the verse, and therefore stood lamely in the verse.
Trow you who hath done this?
Is it a man?
And a chain you once wore around your neck. Chains you colour?
I prithee, who?
Mine. It is young Orlando. It is young Orlando, who tripped up the wrestler's heels in your heart both in an instant.
Nay, but the devil take mocking. Speak, sad brow, and true maid.
Orlando.
Orlando?
Soft, comes he not here?
'Tis he, slink by and note him.
I thank you for your company, but, good faith, I had as least have been myself alone. And so had I, but yet for fashion's sake, I thank you too for your society. God be with you. Let's meet as little as we can. I do desire, we may be better strangers. I pray you, mar no more trees with writing love songs on their barks. I pray you, mar no more of my verses with reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind is your love's name?
Yes, just. I do not like her name. There was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened. What stature is she of? Just as high as my heart. You are full of pretty answers. I will tarry no longer with you. Farewell, good Signora. Adieu. I'm glad of your departure, good Monsieur Melancholy.
I will speak to him like a saucy lackey, and under the habit thy neighbors in. Do you hear, Forester?
Very well. What would you? Where dwell you, pretty youth?
With the shepherdess, my sister, here in the skirts of the forest, like fringe upon a petticoat. There is this man haunts the forest, that abuses our young plants, with carving Rosalind on their barks. If I could meet this fancy monger, I would give him some good counsel, for he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
I am he that is so love-shaped. I pray you, tell me your remedy.
There are none of my uncle's marks upon you. He taught me how to know a man in love.
What were his marks?
A lean cheek, which you have not. A blue eye, and sunken, which you have not. An unquestionable spirit, which you have not. A beard, neglected, which you have not. But I pardon you in simply your unhaving beard, as a younger brother's revenue. Then your hose shall be ungartered, your bonnet unbanded, your sleeve unbuttoned, your shoe untied, and everything about you demonstrating a careless dissolution. But you are no such a man. You're a point device in your accoutrements, as loving yourself than seeming the lover of any other.
Fair youth, I would I could make thee believe I love.
Me believe it. You may as soon as make her that you love believe it. But, in good sooth, are you he that hangs the verses on the trees, wherein Rosalind is so admired?
I swear to thee, youth, by the hand of Rosalind, I am that he, that unfortunate he.
But are you so much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason could express how much.
I would cure you, if you would but call me Rosalind, and come every day to my cote, and woo me.
Now by the faith of my love I will. Tell me where it is.
Go with me to it, and I'll show it to you. And by the way, you shall tell me where in the forest you live. Will you go?
With all my heart, good youth.
Nay, you must call me Rosalind. Come, sister, will you go? Dear Celia, never talk to me. I will weep.
Do, I pray thee, but have the grace to consider that tears cannot be from a man.
But have I not cause to weep?
A good cause is one could desire. Therefore, weep.
But why did he swear he would come this morning, and comes not?
Nay, certainly, there is no truth in him.
Not true in love?
Yes, when he is in, but I think he is not in.
You have heard him swear downright he was.
Oh, that's a brave man. He writes brave verses, speaks brave words, swears brave oaths, and breaks them bravely. But all is brave that youth mounts and folly guides. Look, who comes here?
I pity for you. Let me be better acquainted with thee.
They say you are a melancholy fellow.
I am so. I do love it better than laughter.
Those that are extremity of either are abominable fellows.
Why? 'Tis good to be sad and say nothing.
Why 'tis good to be a post.
I have neither the scholar's melancholy, nor the musician's, nor the soldier's, nor the lover's, but it is a melancholy of mine own, compounded of many symbols and extracted from many objects, and it is indeed the sundry contemplation of my travels, in which my often rumination wraps me in a most humorous sadness.
A traveler, by my faith, you have great reason to be sad. I fear you have sold your lands to see other men's, and then to have seen much and have nothing is to have rich eyes and poor hands.
Yes, I've gained my experience.
And your experience makes you sad. I'd rather have a fool to make me merry than unexperienced to make me sad. And to travel for it, too.
Good day and happiness, dear Rosalind.
Nay then, God buy you, and you talk in blank verse.
Farewell, Mr. Melancholy. Why, how now, Orlando? You, a lover, and you serve me such another trip. Never come in my sight more.
My Rosalind, I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise of love.
Pardon me, dear Rosalind.
Come, woo me, for I am in holiday humor, and like enough to consent. What would you say to me now, if I were your very, very Rosalind?
I would kiss before I spoke.
Nay, you had better speak first. And when you are gravelled for lack of matter, you may take the occasion to kiss.
Who could be out, being before his beloved mistress?
Mary, that should be. If I were your mistress, I should think my honesty greater than my wit.
What, of my suit?
Not out of your apparel, and yet out of your suit. Am I not your Rosalind?
I take some joy to say you are, because I would be talking of her.
Well, in her person, I say I will not have you.
Then in mine own person I die.
No, Faith, die by a torment. The poor world is almost 6,000 years old, and in all this time, there is not a man died in his own person, in a love cause. Men have died from time to time, and worms have eaten them, but not for love.
I would not have my right Rosalind of this mind, for, I protest, her frown might kill me.
By this hand, it will not kill a fly. But come, now I will be your Rosalind. Ask me what you will. I will grant it.
Then love me, Rosalind.
Yes, faith will I, and Fridays and Saturdays and all.
And wilt thou have me?
Aye, and 20 such.
For these 2 hours, Rosalind, I must leave thee.
Alas, I cannot lack thee 2 hours.
I must attend the Duke at dinner. By 2 o'clock I will be with thee again.
Go your ways, go your ways. 2 o'clock is your hour?
Aye, sweet Rosalind.
By my troth, if you break one jot of your promise, or come 1 minute behind your hour, I will think you the most pathetical break promise, and the most hollow lover, and the most unworthy of her you call Rosalind. So, beware my censure, and keep your promise.
With no less religion than if thou wert indeed my Rosalind. So adieu.
Adieu.
You have simply misused our sex in your love trade. We must have your doublet and hose plucked over your head to show the world what the bird has done to her own nest.
Oh, coz, to know how fathom deep I am in love. It cannot be sounded. My affection hath an unknown bottom, like the Bay of Portugal.
Or rather bottomless. As fast as you pour affection in it, it runs out.
I tell thee, Aliena, I cannot be out of sight of Orlando. I shall go and find a shadow and sigh until it comes.
And I'll sleep. Which is he that killed the deer?
He was
Let's present him to the Duke like a Roman conqueror.
Yeah!
Have you a song for us, sir, for this purpose?
Yes, sir.
Sing it. 'Tis no matter how it be in tune, so it make noise enough.
Shall he have that killed the deer, his leather skin and horns to wear? Take you no scorn to wear a horn. It was a grass ere thou was born. Thy father's father wore it, and thy father wore it. The horn, the lusty horn, is not a thing to laugh to scorn. What shall he have that killed the deer? His leather skin and horns to wear. Take you no scorn to wear a horn. It was a dress ere thou was born. Thy father's father wore it, and thy father wore it. The horn, the lusty horn, is not a thing to laugh to scorn.
How say you now? Is it not past 2 o'clock? And here much Orlando.
I warrant you, with pure love and troubled brain, he hath taken his bow and arrows and has gone forth to sleep. Look, who comes here?
Good morrow, fair ones. I pray you, if you know, we're in the purlieus of this forest. Stands a sheepcote, fenced about with olive trees.
West of this place, down in the neighbor bottom, a rank of oysters by the murmuring stream brings you to the place. But at this hour the house doth keep itself. There are none within.
Are not you the owner of the house I did inquire for?
It is no boast being asked to say we are.
Orlando doth commend him to you both, and to that youth he calls to Rosalind. He sends this bloody napkin. Are you he?
I am. What must we understand by this?
Some my shame if you will know me, what man I am, and how and why and where this handkerchief was stained.
I pray you tell it.
When last the young Orlando parted from you, he left a promise to return again, and within an hour, in pacing through the forest, saw a man o'ergrown with hair, lay sleeping on his back, and about his neck a green and gilded snake had wreathed itself. Seeing Orlando, it unlinked itself, and with indented glides to slip away. Into a bush, under which bushes shade, a lioness with udders all drawn dry, lay crouching, head on ground, with cat-like watch. This seen, Orlando did approach the man, and found it was his brother, his elder brother.
Oh, I have heard him speak of that same brother, and he did render him the most unnatural that lived amongst men.
And well he might so do, for well I know he was unnatural.
But to Orlando, did he leave him there, food to the sucked and hungry lioness?
Twice did he turn his back to purpose so, but kindness of nature made him give battle to the lioness, and quickly fell to form. Thus, hurtling from miserable slumber, I awaited.
Are you his brother? Was it you he rescued? Was it you who so oft contrived to kill him?
'Twas I, but 'tis not I. I do not shame to tell you what I was, since my conversion so sweet the taste, being the thing I am.
Oh, but for the bloody napkin?
By and brief, he led me to the gentle Duke, and gave me fresh array and entertainment, committing me unto my brother's love. Then led me instantly into his cave. There he stripped himself, and here upon his arm, the lioness had torn some flesh away, which all this while had bled, and now he fainted, and cried in fainting, upon Rosalind. He sent me hither, stranger as I am, to tell this story, so that he might excuse his broken promise, and to send this bloody napkin, dyed in his blood, unto that shepherd youth, that he in sport doth call his Rosalind.
We will lead you thither. Good sir, go with us.
That I will, for I must bear answer back. How will you excuse my brother?
I shall devise something. Will you go?
which he should grant?
I love Eliana. Consent with us that we may enjoy each other. For it shall be to your own good. In my father's house, and all the revenue that is also Roland's, will I stay upon it. And here live and die a shepherd.
You have my consent. Let the wedding be tomorrow. Thither will I invite the Duke and all his contented followers. Go you and prepare Aliana. For look you, here comes my Rosalind.
God be with you, brother.
And you, brother.
Oh, my dear Orlando, how it grieves me to see thee wear thy heart in a scarf.
It is my arm.
I thought thy heart had been wounded with the claws of a lion.
Wounded it is, but with the eyes of a lady.
Did your brother tell you of our meeting?
Aye, and greater wonders than that.
Oh, I know where you are. For your brother and my sister no sooner met, but they looked. No sooner looked, but they loved. No sooner loved, but they sighed. No sooner sighed, but they asked one another the reason. No sooner knew the reason, but they sought the remedy. And in these degrees they had made a pair of stairs to marriage, which they will climb.
They shall be married tomorrow, and I will bid the Duke to the nuptial. But oh, how bitter a thing it is to look into happiness through another man's eyes.
Why then, tomorrow can I not serve your turn for Rosalind?
I can live no longer by thinking.
I will weary you no longer with idle talking. If you do love Rosalind so near the heart as your jester cries out, when your brother marries Aliana, you shall marry her.
Speakest thou in sober meanings?
By my life, I do. So, put you in your best array, bid your friends, for you will be married tomorrow, you shall, and to Rosalind, if you will.
Dost thou believe, Orlando, that the boy can do all this that he hath promised?
I sometimes do believe, and sometimes do not, as those that fear they hope and know they fear.
Patience, while our compact is urged. You say, when I bring your Rosalind, you will bestow her on Orlando here?
That would I, had I kingdoms to give with her.
And you say, you will have her when I bring her?
That would I, were I of all kingdoms king.
I have promised to make these matters all even. Keep your word, O Duke, to give your daughter. You yours, Orlando, to receive your daughter. From hence I go to make all these doubts even.
I do remember in this shepherd boy some lively touches of my daughter's favor.
My lord, the first time that I ever saw him, methought he was a brother to your daughter.
Here
Salutations
comes
and
a
greetings.
very strange beast, which in all tongues is called fool.
Salutations and greetings to you all. Salutations, new lords and ladies, gentlemen and gentlewomen. Salutations to you all, and salutations to you.
Good, my lord, bid him welcome. This is the motley-minded gentleman that I have so often met in the forest. He hath been a courtier, he swears.
If any man doubt that, let him put me to my purgation.
By my faith, he is very swift and sententious.
Is this not a rare fellow, my lord? He's good as anything, and yet a fool.
He uses his folly like a stalking horse, and under the presentation of that, he shoots his wit.
To you I give myself, for I am yours. To you I give myself, for I am yours.
If there be truth in sight, you are my daughter.
If there be truth in sight, you are my Rosalind.
I'll have no father, if you be not he. I'll have no husband, if you be not he.
Oh, my dear niece, welcome thou art to me. Even daughter, welcome, in no less degree.
Let me have audience for a word or two. I am second son of Sir Roland de Bois, that bring these tidings to this fair assembly. Duke Frederick, hearing about how every day men of great worth resorted to this forest, addressed the many powers, which in his own conduct purposely to bring his brother here and put him to the sword. And to the skirts of this wild wood he came, where meeting an old religious man, and after some question with him, was converted. Both from his enterprise and from the world, his crown bequeathing to his banished brother, and all their lands restored to them again, that were with an exile.
Yeah!
If this to be true, I do engage my life.
Welcome, young man. Thou offeredst fairly to thy brother's wedding. To one his lands withheld, and to the other a land itself at large, a potent dukedom. First in this forest, let us do those ends that here were well begun and well begot, and after, every of this happy number, that have endured shrewd days and nights with us, shall share in the good of our returned fortune, according to their states. Meantime, forget this new-fallen dignity, and fall into a rustic revelry. Play music, and you, brides and bridegrooms all, with measures heaped in joy, to the measures fall.
Sir, by your patience, if I have heard you rightly, the Duke hath put on religious life and thrown into neglect the pompous court?
Yeah.
To him will I, out of these convertites, there's much matter to be heard and learned. You to your former honor I bequeath, your patience and your virtue well deserves it. You to your love, that your true faith doth merit. You to your land, and love, and great allies. And you to your motley. So to your pleasures, I am for other than for dancing measures.
Stay, Jaques, stay.
To see no pastime I, what you would have, I'll stay, to know at your abandoned cave.
Proceed, proceed. We will begin these rites, as we do trust they'll end in true delights.
It was a lover and his lass with the hay and the hoe and the hay. Nonny no and the hay, nonny nonny no. And o'er the green cornfield did pass in springtime, in springtime, in springtime, the only pretty ringtime when birds do sing. Hey ding-a-ding-a-ding, hey ding-a-ding-a-ding, hey ding-a-ding-a-ding. Sweet lovers love the spring. This carol they began that hour with the hay and the hoe and the hay. Nonny no and the hay, nonny nonny no. And how that life was but a flower in springtime, in springtime, in springtime, the only pretty ringtime when birds do sing. Hey ding-a-ding-a-ding, hey ding-a-ding-a-ding, hey ding-a-ding-a-ding. Sweet lovers love the sing. And therefore take the present time with the hay and the hoe and the hay. Nonny no and the hay, nonny nonny no. And love is crowded with the prime in springtime, in springtime, in springtime, the only pretty ringtime when birds do sing. Hey ding-a-ding-a-ding, hey ding-a-ding-a-ding, hey ding-a-ding-a-ding. Sweet lovers love the spring.
It is not the fashion to see the lady the epilogue, and it is not more unhandsome than to see the lord the prologue. I am not furnished like a beggar, therefore to beg will not become me. My way is to conjure you. I charge you, O women, for the love you bear to men, that you may like as much of this play as please you. And I charge you, O men, for the love you bear to women, that between you and the woman this play may please. And now, when I make curtsy, bid me farewell.